Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about Nadis and three major or most important Nadis. So before starting, let us understand what is the meaning of Nadis. See, Nadis come from the root word that is called Nad. Nad means hollow, blank, empty. So basically the Nadis meaning is Nadis are nothing but the channels for the flow of consciousness and energy. So there are more than 72,000 of Nadis in our body as per Tantra. But if we'll look into the Shiva Samhita, there are more than 350,000 of Nadis. See, anyways, so as we have seen that Nadis are nothing but these are the flow of energy and the channel for the flow of the energy. And as there are more than 72,000 plus 72,000 Nadis, there are three major, or we can say three most important Nadis are there. And what are these? These are Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. Ida, Pingala and Shushumna. So what are these? Ida basically is the mental energy. It represent basically the mental energy. Pingala represent the vital energy. And Shushumna represent the spiritual energy. Fine. So we need to understand about these three key nadis. Fine. So let us start. So before starting, I have just draw a beautiful picture here, and that represent the 7 chakras and the nadis. If you really want to understand the basics about the chakras, you can refer this video. So as you have seen that there are these 7 chakras are there: Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agya and Sahasrara. So this is the Mooladhara chakra. From this point, these I've drawn like 3 lines. This is the dotted line, this is the main, the smooth line, and this is the line which is in red color. And here it represent also the spinal cord. So this is the root of the spinal cord, and this is somewhat top of the spinal cord. Okay. So now we'll understand the basics: Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. Where exactly these are and what exactly these nadis represent in our body. So before starting, let us first understand a basic analogy. What is this? This is my left nostril and this is my right nostril. Fine. So this is my left hand, this is my right hand, this is my left hemisphere of my brain, and this is the right hemisphere of my brain. So I have depicted the same set of picture here. So Ida represent the left part, Pingala represent the right part. Okay. So this left part basically represent the mental force or manas shakti. Fine. And this right part, Pingala, represent the life force or the prana shakti. Fine. And there is a difference between these two, as these are the opposite. Like this represent manas, this is the vital, this represent moon, this Pingala represent sun. This represent, Ida represent lunar energy, Pingala represent solar energy. Fine. And there is another very interesting thing here. You have heard about the word Hatha Yoga. Hatha basically means Ha and Tha Bij Mantra. Hatha is nothing but the combination of these two basic Bij Mantras. And what are these? Ha means prana and tha means manas. Fine. Whenever these two energy combined, then there is the concept of hatha yoga comes up to the picture. Fine. So in yoga, the same concept, same Ida and Pingala also represent the Prakriti and Purusha. In Tantra, these things represent the, like Ida represent Shakti and Pingala represent Shiva. In physics, Ida represent matter and Pingala represent energy. In Taoism, Ida represent yin and Pingala represent yang. Okay? Hope you have understood as of now. Now, there is a very interesting concept. What it is? Whenever it is started from these basic point, like left, this is the dotted, and it basically flows from these chakras. And these energy, whenever these flows, but these flows alternatively, as you have seen. This is flowing alternatively. Fine? And Ida and Pingala basically flows around the spinal cord, while the Sushumna, this is spiritual energy. Basically, it represents the spiritual energy, and spiritual energy flows inside this spinal cord, or we can say spinal canal. Ida and Pingala flows around the spinal canal, and Sushumna, spiritual energy, flows inside the spiritual canal. So that is the basic difference between Ida, Pingala and Shushumna. Now, there is a very interesting fact, and what it is, if it is said in yoga specifically, whenever your right nostril or right, or we can say your sun energy, solar energy is dominating, then your left hemisphere is activated or dominating, like your left hemisphere, and you would be most probably having a logical bent of mind. And if your this left Ida, if Ida is dominating, like your Manas Shakti is dominating, then it would impact your right hemisphere of the brain, and you would be more creative. Fine. So, because why it is? Because these energy flows alternatively. Fine. So, as we have seen that these energies flow alternatively, and there is another important point, that this is the Agya Chakra, and at this point of chakra, at this point, all these energies, Ida, Pingala and Shushumna, this is the point of the merger. And beyond this point, to the Sahasrara, this is the top of the chakra, at the head of the crown, there is only one energy flow, that is our spiritual energy. So beyond this chakra, there is only energy would flow, that would be the Shushumna Nadi, that would be activated, and only the spiritual energy would be flow. Anyways, here is another point which is left, that is the, yes, because these two nadis, like Ida and Pingala, as they impact our brain activities, that is the reason Ida and Pingala somehow control the brain and events of our life and consciousness. So here is it. Pingala also represent our life, and Ida also represent our consciousness. So, hope you have understood the basic difference between Ida Pingala, and Shushumna. So these are the basic concept of three key nadis.